So we have another signature joint, and this one is Stranger in Our Bed. Mhm. It is directed by Giles Alderson, and it's written by Samantha Lee Howe, who is adapting her own book of the same name. Yeah, haven't read the book, but I heard it was big success. Right, it's produced by Terri Dwyer and Dean Fisher. Executive executive produced by Greg Barrow and Lee Howe. Music is from Ian Arbor. Cinematography is Richard Swingle. It is edited by Olivia Parker. Casting is Kate Plantin. Production design is Anna Papa. Art direction is Lou Lily Manson Lacroix and Ugni Rimavakut. Costume design is Giulia Scrumieri. Makeup is Rebecca Hall. And our cast. Well, Charlotte is played by Emily Berrington. Her husband Tom is played by Ben Lloyd-Hughes. Tom's mother, Isabella, is Isadora even, is played by Samantha Bond. We've got the driver, Stefan. He's played by Joseph Marcel. There's Ewan, played by Bart Edwards. Ewan's sister Becki is played by Terri Dwyer. There's Paula, played by Andy Usho, and Troy, played by Paul Kazar. Peter is Alexander Hansen. Who else is there? There's like the woman who helps in the house, whose name I am completely lost at. I think she's played by Nina Wadia, though. But yeah, that's the cast. Now, the gist of the film is this. So prepare for Britain's answer to Gone Girl. Feeling trapped in her controlling marriage to wealthy husband Tom, Charlotte Carlisle begins an affair with another man, who one day mysteriously disappears without a trace. Behind her husband's back, she secretly begins an investigation into the disappearance, teaming up with her lover's sister, Becki, to uncover the truth behind what happened. It quickly becomes clear that nothing is as it seems, and after becoming witness to a murder, the two become entangled in a dark and twisted game of cat and mouse. With her life and on the line, Charlotte must answer what's really going on before it's too late. I'd say that was mostly true. Mostly true. I think the big thing is we don't actually know why the affair happens, right? It's trapped in a controlling marriage. Like, we don't really know that. You know what I mean? Like, you might want to make assumptions, but what we see at the very beginning, you wouldn't necessarily go, oh, that must be a controlling, horrible marriage. You know what I mean? So I think sometimes, even though that might be right, it might well be the underlying situation. I think sometimes though it's easy for people making these things to forget that the audience has no clue, right? You're not giving them enough for them to go, oh, that must be the situation, you know? So, yeah. Now, I will say, right, this is very intriguing. This is very intriguing. Like, we start off essentially, with a scene from very close to the end of the film, right? So we just see a woman in the woods, looks like shit has gone down, and you're like, what happened here? And then we see a hand coming from the ground, and it's just like, what the fuck? This seems crazy, right? This seems crazy. So we have all of that, and yeah, you're baffled. You're baffled. But we then have right this woman, and we see her, you know, engaged with another dude, right? And you're kind of wondering, but then you see, right, there's a kind of, she stood up, right? So we see the whole, they're meant to run, but then they don't, kind of thing. And then you see her back with her husband, and I was like, you do feel kind of bad for the husband a little, right? Because he hasn't done, we're not seeing anything crazy from him, right? So you wouldn't know what maybe the situation is. And yeah, it's just like, why is she cheating? Right? And she comes back and it's all a bit like, wait, did you want to leave? Or what's going on here? What's the deal, kid? Right? It's all a little bit weird. It's all a little bit weird with everything. And, like, I think things get said, right? Things get said, things get done, you know? Like, it does amuse me when we see these things and someone has admitted to an affair, then it's just like, I'm pregnant, and someone's like, is it mine? And then they're like, how dare you ask me that question? And be like, but you were cheating. You know what I mean? I think it's kind of a fair question to ask, if you were cheating, right? You do wonder why Tom wants Charlotte back, even though he knows she'd be doing some grime, you know? But the real story, it kind of unfolds more with flashbacks, right? We get flashbacks to recent times, looking at Charlotte's situation. We also get flashbacks to Tom, and the Tom stuff is, well, I mean, it's a little bit creepy and weird, right? I think it is definitely that whole, oh, is that how a fetish is born? Kind of situation. It's just like, fuck, yeah, that's weird. But also, like, so when you think of the age he's at in some of those flashbacks, you're just like, would you be at that? I don't know. Right? But I can see what the author's trying to do here. But yeah, no, you are definitely, because there's so much that feels like is potentially happening, right? You're just being like, oh, this could lead to that, and oh, that might be connected to this thing, and where is this going? There's so many. so many possibilities with this story that you're definitely on your toes, right? Definitely on your toes. I think some of it is very good storytelling. Some of it is a lack of information, right? Which I do often feel is a little bit of a cheat, right? You know what I mean? Because they want you to make certain assumptions, but you're only making those assumptions because they haven't actually given you all the facts. You know what I mean? But yeah, there's so many questions, right? Why did she come back? Why does he want her back? You know. Also, like there is a bit where they're in the kitchen, you know, and then they does he take her hand or she take his? One of the two. Next thing, they're in the shower having sex, but they're fully clothed, and I'm just a bit like, wait, what? Like there's they're not in, it's not like they're in the bathroom and there's someone was just about to go in the shower. That's why the shower's, oh no, no, those sort of things you'd be like, all right, I get that makes more sense. But to be in the kitchen and then go, all right, we're gonna fuck, actually let's go in the bathroom and fuck, actually let's go in the shower and fuck, let's turn the shower on. Bit odd, i think I think maybe that's just a crazy thing the kids are doing, you know what I mean? But yeah, it just seemed a little like fully clothed in the shower, like you weren't in the bathroom. What are you doing? But yeah, there's all this stuff. We do get that thing, right? Where someone is supposedly recovered, like they've been bedbound for ages, but stubble stubble is still perfectly held down. You'll be like, "Hi, in the case, wouldn't that person have like a scraggly beard? You know what I mean? Like, really? We doing that? You know, there is a lot of getting out of bed in the morning, but looking perfect. It's always just so ludicrous. Oh dear. But no, I was all on board, all on board. I really did enjoy the intrigue of this one until the end. Oh my god, the end is horrible, horrible. Right? There's certain, well, now this isn't the end, but the whole will thing is, now again, you can make assumptions on why this happened, but doesn't necessarily still hold up, right? Especially when we see the interactions and things, you're just like, huh? Right? But the end, there's just these things that go down, and you're just like, wait, why would that? You know what I mean? Why would you do that? And why would you put that person? Like, there's not really a need. And if you're putting that person, I kind of feel that they would have finished it, right? So we have all of this, just I mean, following into the place, you'd be like, there's no need for that, right? So all of these things, there's no need. The help suddenly, seemingly doing a bit of a 180 is a bit like, okay. And then it was just deep, like all of that, you'd be like, okay, we can get past all of that. But it's just the very, very end. It's just the very, very end when a thing happens and there's this revelation, and you're just like, god damn it. Why? There's no need, like we don't need to think, because right? There is no one in this film who is good. Like, all of them are a bit grimy. All of them are a bit grimy. And if someone was paid to sleep with you, right? Someone's paid to sleep with you. How the fuck are you acting like, oh no, but now they're saying it's real. And so I'm feeling all of this for that person. And it's just like, wait, you wouldn't be mad? Like, they obviously lied to you. It's this weird moral bullshit that happens sometimes where people will, go, oh, I'm about this. Oh, but I'll let that go. That's fine. I'm fine with that. And you're like, but the actions we've seen from you kind of make us think that you would not be. So what's going on, kid? Bit weird. All a bit weird. Yeah, hated the end. Hated the end. But everything leading up to that, pretty good. Pretty good. Solid acting, from everyone involved. It was yeah, it was a fun one. Feel bad for oh god, what's Shorty's name? Paula, right? That kind of all seemed a bit unneeded, but yeah, it seems that's the way the cookie crumbles, right? But definitely, I would say worth a check, right? So you can get it on all your favorite digital platforms. Yeah, and look, if you like Gone Girl, if you liked fuck, what was that one by Paul Feig with Anna Kendricks? It's on Netflix. Something. No, it's gone. It's gone. But yeah, if you enjoy films like that, then I think The Stranger in Our Bed will be for you people. Woman in the Window as well, it's one of those sorts of films. All right.